Afternoon. Good afternoon, Kat.
Hi, Anton. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. And good afternoon to all people watching on the live stream and most especially on the replay. We have another first time author guest, no? The author of The Stranger I Met, the Katherine Lopez author. And I wanted to know more about, of course, the novel, but more so about the writing process, Kat. And for those watching, if you have questions or comments about the book or about the writing process, please do so in the comment section below. And please join us if you're watching live. We're talking to Kat. My name is Anton Diaz, founder of Our Awesome Planet. And nawala yung cue ko. Hindi, nawala yung... Ayun, founder of Our Awesome Planet. All right. Thank you. And we're here talking to thank you for All right, Kat. Maybe we will start with the intro. Okay. All right. So we're talking to Kat about her book, The Stranger I Met. And maybe, hi, Kat. So maybe can you share with us an introduction about yourself? And I know you do live streaming also. Maybe you can share that with the audience. And then maybe let's talk about the book. You know, what's the premise of the
Okay. All right. So, hi, everyone. So, I'm Kat, and my day job, during the day, I work as a content writer and editor. And outside of my job, I do several things. And one of them is writing a book. So, The
Okay.
Stranger I Met. So, here's the book. I'll show you. So, I wrote this in 2016, 2017. 2017, we came out with the book. And then, people often ask me, is the main character there? Ikaw ba yun? I'll say no. I'm not that character. But the inspiration for the book was kasi when I wrote the book, I was also at like a crossroads or turning point in my life. So may mga ganong elements that you can also see in the book. So yeah.
Okay. So what's the gist of the book, or what is the book about? I guess somebody you met a stranger along the way, no, and then fell in love.
Yes.
Ano ba? Can you let us know?
So the character in my novel, her name is Ruth. So she experienced this parang mga kamalasan sa buhay, like in her job, in her love
Okay.
life, ganyan. Tapos one night she was driving, parang running, kind of literally and figuratively running away from her problem. So she's driving along EDSA, ganyan. And then when she turned onto this street, she almost hit etong stranger I met, because she's so distracted, ganyan, parang iniisip niya yung mga, mga kamalasan niya sa buhay. And then, this stranger was kind enough not to, like, ano ba yan, matik na ako masagasal, ganyan, ganyan. So, parang, the stranger felt na, oh, this woman is undergoing through some stress, ganon. So
Uh-huh.
he invited her to sit with him for a while and talk. So, and si Ruth naman, being parang she had nothing to lose at that point, and she felt na, oh, maybe talking with someone can help. So she said yes. So that's how Ruth met the stranger in The Stranger I Met.
Wow. And what's the inspiration behind it? And why this first book? Why is your first novel ganito yung storyline niya?
I think kasi like I said earlier, when I wrote this book, I was also like at a turning point in my life. Like I wouldn't say naman na I was also having a series of unfortunate events like the
Oo.
character, but I was just not in a good place. And then at the time as well, I met someone who's not my husband.
Okay, so
Ayan,
yun pala
and
yun. Sige.
so parang hindi naman yun sakto na kung ano yung story namin, yun nandito. But kumbaga, when he met me, I wasn't in a good place. But he was there for me, and he listened to me, to all my rants and everything until until yeah, we became together, and and now we're married. So yeah, that's my life. Pero the character Ruth, she has a different life, which is different naman from mine.
So this was written pre-pandemic, no? Would people
Yes.
reading this be find relevancy in the topic ba?
Yes, I think so because in a pandemic, I think a lot of us have, because the pandemic just came to us unexpectedly. No one was prepared for it, and a lot of us are also undergoing through many life changes, whether in your job or living arrangements or relationships. And this book talks about like entertaining something that comes to you unexpectedly. So, what do you do about it? Do you think it's a beautiful thing that happens to you, or is it something that no, I want to go back to the way my life was before? I wouldn't entertain this new thing that comes to me. So, ganon. So, of course, it depends on the experiences of the reader who will read it. So, syempre, the book will affect them in so many ways, depending on what they're going through at that moment. But I hope the book, for the people who will read it, the book will provide, if not inspiration, kahit light-hearted fun, in a dark time like this.
Nice. And maybe can you describe to us how was it writing your first book? Kasi there are a lot of who wants to be an author out there and having a hard time, creating their first book. Was it long? How long did it take you to finish the book? And paano ba yan? You start with the ending and then or start with the beginning, or you develop the characters. Maybe can you describe to us how did you write the novel?
All right. So for this, si Kath Eustaquio Durla, the founder of Paper Cat Books. So at the time na I was conceptualizing this, she had this mentorship program. We were actually her like pioneer batch. So we were like
Oh,
the first, we
wow.
were the first mentees of Kat in her mentorship program. And then with this, I would say it was a learning process because writing fiction, well, I do write for a living. Yeah, I write articles, mga ganyan, for yeah, anything, communications related. And I'm a writer, but writing fiction is a different kind of animal, kumbaga. So, and then Kat guided us through the process, like how it is. Before, I had this impression na, oh, if you're writing a novel, or kahit nga short story, you'll
Oo.
sit on your computer and then just, write whatever comes to your mind, right? Ganyan.
Yes. Oo.
But I didn't realize that there's also like a process, no? Like, much like when, for example, when you're writing articles in magazines or newspapers, most of the time you write with an outline first. So for this novel, you also have your outline, but it has different like sections depending on how you want your novel to go. And Kath guided us through the process. And as for the characters, there was also a process for that. Like
Mhm.
you have your outline for the sequence of events for
Storyline.
your story. Yeah, the storyline. And then we have another document, the character descriptions, wherein we really parang imagined and personified the characters, kahit imaginary lang sila, as in we found photos. It's an internal document lang naman, so it's for you to guide you while you're writing. I mean, we described how our characters looked, and then we looked for photos of the characters na, parang if she were a real character, sinong kamukha niya in real life. And then so we would find, photos of them, and then ano siya, paano sila magsalita, ano yung mga mannerisms nila. So we listed it in that character document. So it was another process altogether.
Nice. Wait, there are some people commenting, no? So, hi, Micah said, Ola Bells. Ano ba?
Ah,
Ola Bells?
no. All of us. Yeah, Micah is my best friend, and that's how we greet each other.
Ah,
All of us.
Ola
All of us, Mike.
Bells.
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Of course, Coach Kat is watching. Thank you, Coach. And then of course, Jel is watching.
Hi,
So
Jel.
kayo pala yung first batch ni Kat. How was it? How was
Yes.
Kat when she was starting this group?
Kath was very hands on as a mentor.
Yeah.
So for us, so at that time actually we didn't have a deadline yet. But for me, I set a deadline for myself. So
Wala
uh,
rin deadline.
I set a deadline for myself. So for that, meron pa tong before we became mentees ni Kath, there was like an audition process. Ganun. So she
Okay.
had this like test for us, and parang siyang writing prompt ganon. So there are certain images na you can choose from, and then create a story. Parang ano lang yan, parang mga 300 words ganun. Create a 300
Okay.
word something based on this photo that you chose. And yun yung yung napili ko actually was that driving along a road na parang sa gabi. And that was the first, yun na yung ginawa kong first scene sa
That's the
The
first
Stranger
thing.
I Met. Yes. And then, so that's how, ganun yung process ni Kath. And then once you get accepted to her mentorship program, doon niya i-share yung process. So this is how you do your synopsis, this is how you do your outline, this is how you develop your characters, etc. And what's interesting about it is the things she shares with us, those are things she also did herself when she was writing her own novels. So, she's not bluffing or hindi siya etchos lang to. I mean, it's real. It's real learning. It's a real writing process shared by another writer.
All right. Let's pull up see Sol. Sol then wanted to say hi. Hello from
Hi! Hi, Ma'am
So
Sol.
is this a trilogy, duology, or isa lang yan?
There's a sequel. I'm actually working on the sequel right now. So, pero for this, I think medyo natagalan na ng konti kasi
Ba?
I'm still in chapter 5. I'm sinusulat ko pa siya. Kasi I think siguro there's also this like pressure when you're writing a sequel of of anything. Like kasi 'di ba, like kunyari sa mga movies, parang yung mga tao pag may sequel, tapos parang ay mas maganda yung una ganun. So parang
Oo.
so parang ako, I mean, although I know I should just be relaxed and be myself, like how I wrote The Stranger I Met, dapat ganun ko rin gagawin yung sequel. Pero siguro there's this inner kaba na I don't want to disappoint people. Kaya talagang ang tagal ko to.
Oo.
But I already have the I also
Okay.
started it na the outline, yung character development document ganyan. So that's the advantage of having one kasi ito like matagal ko na siya ginagawa, but since I
Oo.
already know how it will end, I already know kung paano yung takbo ng story. I can go back to it anytime I can go back to it, and then I won't be lost, unlike when you don't have all those outlines and everything. You sit down on your computer and open your file, and then what's this? I don't remember any of this. So ganon. So yeah, in this case, the outline is really helping me a lot.
So I guess this is a pandemic na. Pandemic ang
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah,
Wow.
so for this, I'm not yet sure if I will incorporate the pandemic itself at dun sa plot na magkaka-pandemic or
Oo.
everything. Kasi I wrote the outline. Well, before pandemic, I was already done with the outline, and I think I
Okay.
was already done with a couple of chapters by then. So we'll see. We'll see. So but definitely it's I can say that you will get to in the sequel you will get to see how Ruth's mind works it's like a conflict within herself parang ganon. So yeah, so I don't want to give anything away
Oo.
basta.
Okay.
So
Wow.
pero yeah, it's something like that. We'll get to
Oo.
see know more of her and how her mind works.
Okay. And then Kat, of course, I'm really the one of the reason I'm doing this is to know more people, no, more first-time authors. Maybe can you share with us about your background? You said you were live streaming in Kumu. What's the background behind that, and what do you do? Maybe you can share with our audience.
All right. So, for this naman, kasi aside from writing, I'm also interested in other things, and one of it is music. So, I sing and play the ukulele. So, whenever I'm not writing, I do live streams on Kumu. So, it's part of I'm developing that creative part of myself as well. Kasi I think the things that I do, like writing, singing, playing instruments, I think those three are related pa rin in a way, even if they're not parang outright related. Kasi those are the things that help me be creative, and those are the things that help me be imaginative. So, and then those kinds of things, yung being creative, being imaginative, I take them to writing, I take them whenever I sing or do music. So, kaya for me, I think kumbaga, they're in one creative universe, ganon.
And how did the pandemic affected that creative, talent? What happened with you during the pandemic? Maybe you can share and some learnings.
All right. So for the pandemic, like myself, I would say I'm thankful that I didn't lose my job during the pandemic. So it's still, I still have
Wow.
my job. So, yeah, I'm just very thankful. But then, I realized na syempre we're not going out, and we're not seeing our families, and I don't get to see my friends anymore, like in person. Like si Micah kanina dyan, yung Olabel. So we used to say it in person, and ang ingay-ingay namin. but
Ngayon,
because of the
online.
yeah, but because of the pandemic, we can't do that anymore. So, and then I turned to music to cheer me up during
Nice.
the pandemic. And then, so I devoted myself to developing these musical interests, and it's also a learning process. Para for me, it keeps my mind parang engaged, whenever I do these things, and it's helpful in other aspects of life as well, including writing.
Nice. And an- baka may ukulele ka dyan. Wala. Dapat pala, hindi ko alam.
Well, I do have, yeah, I have it here. Yeah, kasi
wala ka bang,
itong
wala ka
area ko
bang,
na to, this is my
wala ka
live
bang
streaming
sample
area.
dyan? Wala ka bang sample dyan?
Well, yeah, I have. Kasi I actually write songs as well. Na-inspire nga ako kay Jel. Kasi diba si Jel, she has this parang soundtrack on her,
Oo,
for her
yes.
book. Tapos parang naisip
Oo.
ko, ba't di ko naisip yun? So
Oo
parang gusto ko rin
nga.
hiramin yung idea niya for my future books. Tapos,
Oo.
so gano'n. Ay, siya naman, sure, ganyan. Tapos yung itong isa nga niyang song, parang sinabi niya sa akin, oh, do a cover of this, ganyan. Tapos parang kami, sure, sige, send me the chord. So, yeah. So, that, parang we also support each other. So, that's also
Galing.
one good thing. That's also one good thing about being mentees of Cat. Parang we also became a community, ganon. Instead of writers competing with each other, kaninong book yung mas maganda. We support each other in our endeavors.
Okay. O sige, just to close, baka pwede ka mag-share ng ukulele talent mo.
Sige, I'll share with you a snippet of
Wow.
Can you hear it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is an original song of mine. So it's called Will You Be My Sunshine? I wake up to a cloudy morning. I thought it's going to rain. I open up my window to the world of sadness and pain. But I see a little glow of light shining through the gray. Maybe it's the sun that's wishing me to have a really great day. Oh, it's you who's greeting me before the day begins. So it's you who makes us smile before frown comes knocking it. Oh, it's you who pushes dark clouds away from me. So will you be my sunshine, even if there's no rain? Thank you.
Handa pala.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And wow, and I'm realizing that all the first time authors I'm talking to, having discussion, very creative, no. I mean, writing the book is just one aspect of their creative talent, no. And I think it's part of a holistic creative expression. Ang galing nga, no. You're right, no. I mean, you can use that, parang all your creative outputs, you can integrate them together. Ang galing.
Yes.
Oo,
Thank you.
may comment si si Jel said collab.
Oh, sure. Yes, si
Collab.
Jel, di ba, she also dances naman din in her free time.
Oo.
So,
Oo nga,
hi,
galing.
Jel.
Alright, Kat said, amazing, lume-level up ang interview natin. May singing portion, o nga. Ako rin, hindi ko rin alam, may singing portion. Wala. Lahat ng books may OST na. Naku naman, nakaka-pressure naman yan. Na may official soundtrack. Wait, Antonio said, great, Katherine Lopez, and we are proud of you. Of
Thank
course.
you. That's my dad.
That's
Thank
it.
you. They're watching.
Hindi, non-fiction. Paano magkakaroon ng official soundtrack? But sige, tingnan natin. Okay, and I'm inside the cheese section.
Nagsha-shopping nga pala si Kat while watching this
Nagsasabi
film.
siya. So, no, it's really quite interesting. Thank you for sharing the talent. Maybe, siguro, can you, just on final thoughts lang on people out there, kasi 2021 is really still hard, no? I think for a
Yes.
lot of people, the pandemic is still here. But 2021 kasi, we're, um, we're experiencing the financial hardship talaga no?
Yes.
From the impact of the 2020. And maybe some message for those people looking forward to 2021. At the same time, for those people who are maybe planning to write a book na hindi nila nagawa ng 2020 and still planning to do it in 2021. Maybe some message of inspiration.
All right. So I think I understand that this pandemic has really been hard for all of us, and I think for all of us, na we're all finding our ways on how to cope with the situation. And for some it's taking a break. For some it's immersing into different forms of activities, and whatever that activity is for you, whether it's writing or whatever you're passionate about, I would say go do it. Like, even if for now you may think na ang daming hurdles, especially hindi masyado maganda yung situation natin, but just take it one step at a time, and who knows na maybe you may have started this activity as as an outlet or a hobby, but then it might turn into something really good, something really beautiful for you. So I would just say na just go for it, and just pursue whatever it is that makes your heart beat fast, ganon. So just go for it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And itong ano ba, during this summer, what's your plan for, nakalabas ka na ba for during this pandemic or?
Well, just lang, grocery. So,
Oo.
then yeah, we ate out siguro yung mga alfresco restaurant, but I haven't gone out of town or anything else, or parang, so maybe this summer I'm not sure if if we'll be able to go to the beach or anything, but whatever happens, I'll probably just keep on doing what I'm doing, and hopefully matapos ko na, and my goal really for this 2021 is to finish the sequel, and I'm now on chapter 5. So 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 ayun, so abangan niyo yun. So yeah,
Oo.
I'll just announce it when it's done.
All right. Sige. Kat said, so proud of you, Boldies. Thank you, Kat and Ton. Thanks, Kat.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Bold.
Kat, thank you.
And then last question. Where's that stranger you met? Nasaan ba? Sabi ni
Well, he's
Bold.
here. He's working. No, he's just he's here. He's finishing some work, but yeah. So
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your talent. Thanks for sharing the book. Where
yes,
can
and
where can they get it? Final.
so right now it's going to be up in Lazada sa Paper Cat Books online stores, sa Lazada. But for now, it's not yet there. But if you want to order, you can go to sa Facebook. I created the page for this. Just type the stranger I met, and you will see this book with this cover. And you can message me there to order the book, and I'll discuss how I can deliver it to you. So just go to Facebook and look for the stranger I met.
Sorry. So I'll pull up the stranger I met.
The Facebook page, yes.
I'll share it now. So they only go here. Ano ba yan? Ebook or physical book? Physical
It's
book,
a
no?
it's a yeah, it's a physical book. So that's the page I created for the book. So all the book related announcements I will post there. So you can also message me there on how if they want to order. So yeah, ako naman yung nagre-respond dun. So yeah, just send me a message there, and yeah, we'll talk about how I can deliver the book to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm just inspired with the whole creative output of this one and can't wait for the second book, of course. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you so much, Anton. Thanks for having me.
Yes. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.